Blackman.
Question number 5, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the conduct of the boundary review is rightly a matter for the independent boundary commissions. The boundary commissions for England and Northern Ireland plan to publish initial recommendations in autumn this year, and the boundary commissions for Scotland and Wales later this year.
Lord Blackman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank my honourable friend for their answer. Can my honourable friend confirm the guidance that's been given to the Electoral Commission to split wards by polling districts so that we have in this House equal-sized electorates for members who are elected in 2020?
Mr. Speaker, my honourable friend is absolutely right to state first and foremost the principle that all votes, no matter where they are in the country, should count for equal weight, and therefore constituencies must be more equal in size. And I can confirm to him that while ward splitting, as it's called, has been part of the Boundary Commission's work in other parts of the country for some time, they inform us that they expect to be able to introduce it for constituencies in England as well this time.
Margaret Ferrier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The number of democratically elected members of this place from Scotland will be cut by 6. I wonder if the Minister can inform us if any plans are afoot to cut the number of unelected lords who are able to make laws affecting Scotland and the rest of the UK.
Mr. Speaker, I think the honourable lady was supporting the principle that votes should have equal weight no matter where they are in the country, and I welcome her support if I'm reading her correctly. I'm afraid I can't confirm plans to alter the size and composition of the Lords, although I understand that there are discussions ongoing at that end of the corridor on a fairly continuous basis.
The supplementary was only tenuously related to the terms of the question, but I'm in a generous mood.
Mr. Gordon-Anderson.
Well, I welcome the consultation period that will follow the initial proposals from the Boundary Commission, but does my honourable friend agree that it is important to ensure that people are aware of those consultations in order for them to make their views known, and what does he intend to do to publicise the consultations?
Mr. Speaker, my honourable friend is absolutely right that it is vital that people know the consultation period is going on. It is being advertised on the Boundary Commission's website and will be further so to make sure that everybody can commit, but it is also up to political parties on all sides of the House to make sure that their supporters and indeed their organisations are galvanised to make sure that any submissions can be made.
Gloria De Piero.
Mr. Speaker, the number of registered voters has gone up massively since December 2015. In some constituencies, the equivalent of 2 extra wards have been added. So can he reassure us that he cannot possibly use the December figures to redraw the boundaries, or will his government go back to using voter registration for their own political gain once this referendum is over?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm intrigued that the honourable lady thinks she knows what has happened in individual constituencies' electoral rolls, because the final ones will not be published for another week or 10 days. But no matter what the outcome of that publication is, it cannot be right for us to carry on with the existing party constituency political constituency boundaries, which are based on the electoral rolls from 2001, and in some parts of the country from 2000. They are shockingly out of date, Mr. Speaker. We absolutely need to update them. I can, however, reassure the honourable lady that in future we will be doing these updates every 5 years rather than every 10, so that in future constituency boundaries will always be more up to date and more accurate than they've ever been in the past.
Mike Gates.